Benton Harbor has a rich history of people nurturing and caring for one another. The Readiness Center, located on Catalpa Avenue behind St. John's Church, is a program that helps parents become the teachers of their children. 30 years and 1,000 children later, the center is flourishing thanks to the St. John's St. Bernard's Parish, generations of parents and their children, hundreds of community volunteers, and the loving foresight and dream to see the children of Benton Harbor succeed of Sister Paulita Walters.
The T says every letter makes a sound. The T says.
Sister Paulita and the Readiness Center in Benton Harbor. This is a mission, a dream that you created back in 1980. Tell us about how it started.
Well, I'm a Sister of Mercy, and we were founded in Ireland. And our community was saying that we needed to be with the economically poor. The children of Benton Harbor touch my heart. I wish I could remember the child's name, but I vividly remember a third grade boy who he was making something for his parent. He didn't know which hand he wanted to use, and he couldn't spell what my first graders could spell. And that created my dream, because I was in a Catholic school, and I had parents helping in my classroom. And the children whose parents helped, those children were achieving at a higher level than the children whose parents weren't there. And that's where the dream of it really started. Parents make a difference.
That's a turtle starts with a C.
Martha Thieneman today is Associate Executive Director of the Readiness Center. She began as a volunteer during her summer vacations of high school and college. Her participation made her know that she wanted to make a career of helping children and families. Volunteers are an important part of the success of the Readiness Center.
Oh, they are. They're our lifeblood. They keep us going. We have such a small staff. There are 9 of us on staff, and our volunteers give us energy. They give us the hands to do what we need to do. St. John's Parish, St. Joseph Parish were integral parts to starting our volunteer base in the early years, and we've since branched out and reached people from all over Berrien County who come in and help with the preschool room. They come in and just get all of the love from all of the kids and help with the projects.
Generations have passed through the Readiness Center. Individuals, families, and our community have been transformed. Tiara Richardson is a teacher's aide and has been employed at the center for 3 years. She works with the preschool program, giving directions to the parents and observing and reporting on how the children and parents work together. Tiara is an amazing example of the effect the Readiness Center has had on people's lives.
I actually was in the program, the City Kids program, since kindergarten.
Oh my God.
So I was in the program from like kindergarten to 5th grade. Once I got in 9th, I believe, she hired me as a teen worker, half work, half volunteer. So I was coming in doing the after school program, helping mentor the after school kids with their homework and stuff. I did like the half work, half volunteer thing until I graduated from high school. And, by then I'm in 12th grade. I'm too big to be a teen worker. So like 2 years later, I became a staff.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You're like an example that this Readiness Center will never end.
Truly.
It will never end, because
recycling.
if you came here as a child and you're back as an adult, then you bring your children, and when they grow up, they're going to bring their children.
Right,
so
exactly.
This is something that's guaranteed to go on forever.
Yes.
I got the chills when I think about that. Sherry Lusk has been with the Readiness Center for 20 years. She is well known and loved by all the children who've ever passed through the center. And even when she's off work, she's still on duty.
One day we were at Chuck E. Cheese's, and one of the girls, they was having a birthday party there, and one of the students came up to me and said, "Miss Sherry," now their family is around, she's with her family, and she said, "Miss Sherry, would you take me to the bathroom?" I said, "I'm off work. I'm off, but I took her anyway."
And you weren't a part of the party.
No.
She just knows that you are a safe person who will take care of her.
Right, and she knows she came here, so she knew that I'm the person that takes them to the bathroom when it's time for them to go.
Isn't it beautiful when you see people who used to be your students and they've grown up?
Yeah.
Tell me a little about that. What does that feel like?
They still give you hugs, and they still ask me, You still there? Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm still there. You've been there a long time this year. I said, yeah, I love it.
So this little boy says, I'm thankful for my teacher. She makes me feel special when she hangs my things on the wall.
Remember?
When I visited the kindergarten center last year, I met 3 of our mothers there volunteering, or former parents. So it
spreads throughout the entire community. Sister Paulita tries to keep track of the numerous accomplishments of those who have passed through the Readiness Center. And she notes how a rise in confidence has given many the courage to volunteer throughout the community.
We did this started here, and
We also have volunteers that help with the parents that can sometimes be a harder draw, but we have former teachers and workers and state workers who come in and know that their heart is with the parents and helping them get built up and have that self-confidence to know that they can do this and they are great parents.
As parents believe in their children, they become to believe more in themselves. And we now have, because I think 99 was the first year that we could have college graduates, we have 30 of the children who have 4-year degrees. 1 has a master's. And the flip side, when I started doing that and going through our little newsletters, we have 20 parents who have gotten associate's degrees. And then we have a few that have gone on for the 4-year. And when I came in 80, one of the things that kind of hurt me, and the city was so depressed, how, to my mind, how low people's dreams were.
if you would like to make a hat, we have 2 simple hats. One,
Christine Shireen, as a young mother, brought her sons to the center in 1985. And she also confirms that once you come to the Readiness Center, you never leave. Today she teaches parents to sew. This part of the program focuses on the parents, gives them new skills, and new confidence in themselves.
For us, it's changing the outlook of the parents to give them the confidence that they can actually do something. The pride that they have when they make, like, the name blankets for their child and the books that we're doing, where they actually get to be creative. They actually get to tell a story and then get to read it back to their children at a later date when they're old enough to read it. It's a joy you can't take from them. And it's a gift that they learn.
Fathers also participate at the Readiness Center. Leonard Johnson has had all 3 of his children in the program.
I like the class, and I like the sewing. At first I didn't like it, but it grown on me. This is my 3rd child, so, and I have 1 more coming that'll be here in a couple of years. So it's grown on me, and I take it, and I like to do it. It's fun.
That's right, and it's a manual skill. You do stuff that you didn't really realize that you could do.
Yeah, sewing, and that was sewing. I didn't like to do it, but I learned how to do it. They kept showing me, then, and finally I just caught on to it. And that's the same way with the children with the learning thing. They just constant repetition, and they get it.
Mr. Johnson says what he has learned at the center has also helped him communicate better with his family.
I think it's a wonderful program, and it's a needed program for the community.
These are parents. Last year they got to pick anywhere in the world that they would like to take their child. And they got to write about that place. And they got to show pictures. We went online and we gave them where they could download pictures and things of that. And then they decorated the front. And then we also did an ABC book, and they took each letter, and the parent got to pick out
T. I heard him going today.
Right.
T.
Yeah. Every letter has a sound. The T says T. Right. That's why I say I get to.
What's the song for this?
The J says J. The J says J. Every letter has a sound. The J says J. And for H, they go to H says ha, and it all says ha, 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 ha.
Oh, I love it.
Former parents, as myself, recommend this program to other parents because they want their child to have the best start they can get. And the fact that Every year, I have at least 2 or 3 parents that go out and buy themselves a sewing machine, saying, Miss Christine, I'm going to start making stuff for my house. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
That's fabulous. Oh, wonderful. God
Thank
bless you. God bless the Readiness. That's fabulous. Christine, please spell your first and last name.
ChristinaSherene.
Say that again. How do you pronounce your last name?
Christine Sherene.
That sounds like an artist name. Like a singer name.
I said the Lord really loves me because he blessed me with a husband, so my name would rhyme.
It's like a performer name. Christine Sherene.
Yes.
A portion of HarborLights TV is brought to you by